Howdy everyone, y'all this is Voltage, and well, about 4 months of production to make Ganondorf versus Sauron. Let's not wait any longer. I just got back home about 15 minutes ago, and so it's time for Ganondorf versus Sauron. Hopefully Ganon wins, but I'm not gonna have high hopes. Let's just get into things, honestly. Let's just get right into this analysis stuff.
The Demon King of Hyrule, and Sauron, the Lord of the Rings. Pure evil can only be described as chaotic, untamed, and unyielding against the force of good. Evil can
that move certainly speaks for Ganon.
But very few can compare to the blight and calamity these two Dark Lords stand for. But who is truly the most wicked? Who will usurp the throne and rule as king?
More evil, I think that goes to Ganon.
Today we'll see which King of Darkness will survive in the arena of death.
I hope Ganon wins. The season finale as well, guys. This is the season finale.
Let's take a step back to the beginning of the ever so
Power is a
timeline. In an age that
10 intelligence, skill, durability, strength, 10 speed is 6, agility 4. So he's gonna be slow as balls, but every other stat he's pretty good.
He brought upon a curse onto the spirit of the hero and the goddess herself, to be endlessly haunted by his wrath for eternity. This curse turned out to be an unyielding one, creating a demon that will forever reincarnate to wreal havoc upon the world even past death.
He can't die permanently. He literally cannot stay dead.
However, what made him special was the fact he was the first male to be born in over a century, which immediately granted him the role of king. Despite this, he quickly grew envious of the neighboring Hyrule and its luxurious land. But not only that, he sought out destruction and power. For many years he was a student of the two witches Kome and Kote, who acted as his caretakers.
Let's just continue.
He mastered the use of magic to ridiculous degrees. He can manipulate twilight,
Sword of Sages, Swords of Denies, Dark Trident,
shadow puppets, form barriers, summon lightning, fire, and ice,
Transmutation,
control people,
Twilight,
others, use
Twilight Magic,
telekinesis,
Malice
and so
Magic,
much more.
Duplication, Minor Manipulation, Flight, Dark Energy Manipulation. Okay.
He didn't just stop at magic. He also became adept in using swords, twin blades, and great swords. Ganondorf was more than just a man by this point, but he wanted more, and so he sought out the greatest form of power. Using his cunning and masterful manipulation skills, he gained the trust of THR rulers of Hyrule and other neighboring kingdoms. Ganondorf gained entry into another dimension, the Sacred Realm, which is a separate reality that held one of the most powerful relics in existence, the Triforce.
Yeah, okay.
Artifacts created by the gods, with legend speaking of it.
Triforce of Power. He's the Triforce of Power.
One cannot simply wield the complete Triforce without the balance of wisdom, courage, and power. While Ganondorf got his hands on the
now is about the time we've literally reacted to it right now.
Split and found their way towards two people capable of wielding it. Zelda with the Triforce of Wisdom and
Demon King's form, giant-sized invisibility, teleportation, technique of darkness, enhanced magic, immortality, near invulnerability. Give me a sec, so I can just... Let's just continue.
His power source became limitless, and the Triforce of Power allowed Ganondorf to access his demonic side, becoming the demon he was meant to be, a demon creatively named Ganon. Ganon is an absolute unit, becoming a gigantic pig beast and keeping his intellect despite becoming nearly feral. Ganon not only has amplified magic, but new powers such as distorting reality, invisibility,
I wasn't aware of distorting reality.
control, and a whole bunch more. Despite all of this power, he was still defeated by Link and soon after sealed in the Sacred Realm. However, this didn't keep him at bay.
He's
He would
been killed like
eventually return
what,
to real happiness
15
in
times
another life.
now?
Ganondorf would return time and time again to being back the chaos he is destined to spread. Across many incarnations, each Ganondorf would learn something new and bring destruction with it. Such as the Ganondorf in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, this Ganondorf has weaponized malice and became one with gloom, a dark force of nature that corrupts all living beings and can destroy your very soul. Other
Ooh.
incarnations such as the one from Twilight Princess, Four Swords, Wind Waker, Link to the Past, many more. While some are confirmed to be the same, others are possibly different from others. However, it's reasonable to assume each Ganondorf should be relevant to each other, so there should not be a large discrepancy between them all. With that being said, all this does is prove that even after loss, Ganondorf will continue to return.
So you're
persist,
factoring in
and
every
bring back
Ganondorf
carnage.
as one.
He is more than capable of doing this with how powerful he is.
Oh.
Ganondorf can create shockwaves with his attacks
Destroyed
alone,
Hyrule Castle
send hordes
explosion,
of
took over the
armies
minds of
flying
Zant
with
in
just a single
Zelda,
attack, and is
created an
superior
endless
to enemies
storm,
like
took over
Onox.
Hyrule numerous
He is
times,
capable of
defeated the
creating
champions, the
citywide
hero of
storms
time, and the
yielding
Deku Tree,
535
can dodge light arrows.
megatons of TNT,
Okay.
shattered islands in two, and even was capable of moving the moon at a rapid pace which would require planetary levels of power.
Moving the moon?
But in Twilight Princess, Ganondorf nearly succeeded in merging the Twilight Realm and the normal realm into one, to which the Twilight Realm is an endless separate dimension that exists parallel to the normal dimension. This can be extra supported as the Triforce was capable of inadvertently warping the Sacred Realm into the Dark World. Whether or not one wants to believe Ganondorf can have full access to the complete Triforce or not despite existing instances of that happening, even 1/3 of that power should still be equivalent. Ganondorf is also tough, like extremely tough, so tough that killing him is a nigh unachievable task for most people. He has survived multiple castles collapsing on top of him, withstood being stabbed in the chest by a sage using the swords of the sages and proceeded to kill them, withstood lasers designed to kill his malice state, can take hits from light arrows, and survive his own magical attacks if thrown back at him. While he can still be killed by anything with a vulnerability to holy weapons, he is still just extremely hard to put down due
So
to how
basically,
resilient he
any
is,
sort of...
and
If
for
Sauron has a
his
holy weapon,
memory,
he should have a
he
better
is
chance
much of a
then?
slouch. Using his levitation and innate reaction speed, he can match Link who can dodge point-blank lasers, and Ganondorf has shown time and time again to dodge light-based attacks. Despite his tyranny, Ganondorf's greatest flaw is his hubris. He simply undermines everyone he meets, including the hero that has slayed him time and time again.
Yeah.
If he succeeded in conquering, the prophecy will remain the same and ending the same way, in his defeat. However, there was a timeline where he defeated Link, defying the narrative we are all familiar with. So maybe Ganondorf isn't just bound to a cruel fate, maybe he does have a chance. That should be enough to prove to you that Ganondorf is a demon you do not
I mean,
want to deal
Ganon's
with.
beat Bowser,
He is the true king of pure evil.
which
Overall,
Bowser's pretty
Ganondorf is
strong.
known as the king of evil for a good reason. His many incarnations
Holy
hold
skills
various
and dark
skills and dark
powers.
powers, and the most effective way of defeating him is with holy
Yeah, you
weapons.
need a holy weapon to most likely put him down.
At the beginning of A Voidless Dawn, before the halls of creation were filled,
10
the supreme
durability,
god
10
created
power,
the
10
angelic
intelligence,
honors,
10
and together
skill.
they manifested all of existence through a
Strength.
harmonious song. However, among these angels,
I'm gonna not
one
talk
stood
about this
out
part
with
because I have no
malicious
idea what this
intent.
character is about.
Melkor tainted this song by riddling the world with flaws and imperfection, seeking a world filled with carnage and chaos. After committing blasphemy against his god, he set off on his own, taking on a new name, Morgoth. Through a showcase of his sheer dominance and power, many lesser angels known as mayors joined him in his merciless conquest to rule over the world he had created. One of these angels turned out to be one of the most dangerous and ruthless ones amongst them all. An angel obsessed with power, the destruction of all living things and to bring order to all. An angel that once was known as Marin, but under the rule of Morgoth, became to be known as the Almighty, all-powerful, Sauron. For thousands of years, Sauron has pushed Middle-earth on its knees, oppressing everything within it with a mighty fist. He's capable of doing all this due to being an Einhar. He's capable of creating illusions, using a vast array of magic, projecting himself into the minds of others, creating fiery infernos, splitting countries with his might, absorbing souls shaking the timeless void, and morphing his body into whatever he pleases. The extent of this shape-shifting is extremely flexible, as he can turn into a man, an elf, a vampire, a werewolf, and much more. He uses this to trick and deceive others without the victim realizing who they are facing. This is where his greatest tool comes to play. Even with all his powers, all of his dangerous weapons and massive armies, Sauron's greatest asset is his cunning. A master manipulator, a scheming mastermind, Sauron's intelligence is nearly unrivaled by anyone, including Morgoth. He takes pride in manipulating others to bend to his will, emotionally tormenting those just to see them suffer, using
Could he
shadow
manipulate
magic
Ganon?
to get his way.
Ganon's
Even
kind of
people like
stupid
Sauron,
sometimes.
a powerful wizard practically raised to fight against Sauron to become a slave puppet for Sauron. This level of intelligence was so great that he foresaw the fall of Morgoth way before it could happen, so he vanished from the face of Middle-earth, and after Morgoth fell into the void, Sauron returned centuries later at the doors of Mordor. After his return, he effortlessly tricked the Elven smiths into forging 19 rings of power. They then planted them among the leaders of Elven, men, and Dwarven kind. These rings were believed to be a symbol, split amongst the races as a show of rule, but little did they know there was a 20th ring, a ring that was forged in the fires of Mount Doom using essences of Sauron's soul. The 19 ring bearers would go mad and become slaves to Sauron, and all it took was the one ring to rule them all. A ring that can find the others, a ring that can bind those who wear a ring into darkness. It's one of Sauron's greatest tools, amplifying his powers beyond that of a god. Grants most users invisibility and allows others to foresee doom, and imposes a strong desire to always return the ring back to Sauron. With this he controlled most of Numenor, which is inherently an entire nation on an island, reduced the 9 kings of men to twisted wraiths bent to Sauron's whims, and even withstood inference from Eru when he sunk Numenor and while having his power drained, still persisted. Sauron's strength is simply ludicrous. He has swatted away entire armies with one attack, defeated wizards capable of creating city-spanning storms. Even in a very weakened near-death state, he erupted Mount Doom just to send a message. Such a feat would require 400,737,872 tons of TNT. After the destruction of Numenor, Sauron used the ring to forge himself a new body, albeit with some drawbacks like having less power and losing a finger to Isildur, the warrior king. He also took the ring and its power for himself. This left Sauron as a disembodied spirit, threatened by his own power in the hands of another. However, Isildur simply couldn't resist its power. Instead of destroying it, he kept it, allowing the ring to destroy him and be left waiting for a new bearer. After Sauron found out the ring was located in the Shire, he sparked the War of the Ring, leading his forces to cover the land, seeking both the ring and the downfall of life itself, leaving the very world shadowed by the symbol of his ever-present influence, the true essence of himself, the Eye of Sauron. Sauron, at this state, beyond his physical shell, was believed to be as powerful, if not more powerful, the Morgoth past the Second Age. Sauron would also be above many other powerful titans such as Gothmog, Carcharoth, and Ankalagan the Black, beings who would possess universal levels of sheer power. This makes Sauron more powerful than any other Ainur, who are described by Eru as genuinely powerful entities that can indirectly shake the timeless void, exist in a realm beyond the world depicted in the Lord of the Rings. Perceive the space-time of EA as a lower and
I don't like
secondary
Ganondorf's chances as of right now.
existing alongside Eru within the timeless halls, a higher and more primary level of existence. Despite all of Sauron's power, even with his unimaginable intelligence and wit, his biggest mistake is underestimating those he deems inferior.
So, basically the same weakness as Ganondorf. Their ego.
To his defeat when a hobbit was able to destroy the ring, unbothered by its influence. The downfall of Sauron was mighty, but his influence and presence still remained. As per his nature, you truly cannot snuff out chaos. Sauron's fearsome legacy of destruction, treachery, and death will forever be omnipresent, as he is the truest form of evil there ever will be. Overall, Sauron is a rightfully feared being of darkness whose power reaches beyond gods. His power threatens the universe, but underestimating his opponent could be the mistake that costs him everything.
I don't like Ganon's chances. I just think Ganon loses. So good luck, Ganon. I'm on Team Sauron. You know, I want to be on Team Ganon, but I'm on Team Sauron. Because I don't think Ganon wins. I'm on Team Sauron 100%. This takes place in Hyrule. Oh. Ha. Hello, Sauron.
Surrender what is mine. This power is not yours to wield. Crawl back to where you came from, or join the rest of these unfortunate souls. The Direfall's death.
Already good animation style. I can already tell that this is gonna be a good animation. But Ganon, that's not doing much, dude. You gotta do more than that.
You cannot hide. I see you. Do not mock me with these games.
Ganondorf's big story sword. Ganon's sword! Holy weapon.
That little toy is too much for you. I command you to surrender it to me. No mere man can withstand such might. I am no mere man. Last chance, angel. Either serve me now or fall from grace. I serve no one.
That's not gonna take Ganon down by any means. Cause Ganon hasn't even gone beast yet? Nope, he's not done. Good. Now Ganon's actually going serious mode.
Witness, evil king, your demise.
Oh no. Huh?
The prophecy of your calamity.
Ooh. Seriously? You're doing the exact same thing of Ganondorf versus Dracula? Seriously? That's not new. The little pig, I'll make you squeal. That is so stupid. It's already been done one time.
There is no life in the void. Only death.
Can Ganon stop dying such brutal deaths? He got ripped in half by Dracula, and then this? Sauron! Go sit in a corner and fuck off forever. You don't belong in fights. And the Triforce of Power is never yours. Shut up, bitch face. I didn't know one thing. This is one of my least favorite fights of yours.
Well, the good news is we have one less evil king to worry about. The bad news is Sauron is our new ruler. Maybe we are the ones that lose in the end. Ganondorf was a lot more capable of pushing Sauron back with his wider arsenal of powers and abilities, with some of his powers like his blight being able to cripple Sauron, or outright overwhelm Sauron with a vast array of abilities like with all sorts of elemental attacks, power nullification, corruption, and so much more. Alongside that, the Triforce is not only capable of fending off Sauron and protecting Ganondorf, but it should be powerful enough to destroy the One Ring. Without the ring, Sauron would be reduced to nothing. The Triforce is Ganondorf's greatest asset, the one thing that allows him to stand a chance. Alas, Sauron just proved to be superior in every other category. Ganondorf was indeed a very strong foe. While it's impressive he passively moved a moon, nearly to merge two dimensions into one, can possess the full might of the completed Triforce, and casually dodge
That's just stupid. You reused an asset from Death Battle of let's make the little piggy squeal.
He already is above many powerful beings who should compare to Morgoth and other
Pathetic.
items who shaped existence with a song alone. Sauron would also be a lot faster as he can scale to ankle.
But yeah, I was right to begin with. Like I thought the Ganon would, but seriously, just using the same exact ending that's the exact same way.
Alongside that, if
I
Sauron
just find that
his physical form
kind of
as
stupid.
nothing, he is capable of traveling at any speeds they desired, being able to instantly appear anywhere they desired with an EA and exploring the past at will.
And having the little shadow sequence of Ganon getting smacked in the wall of the castle, that just looked that was just mean to him.
Is that even though some of Sauron's powers will have little effect on Ganondorf thanks to the Triforce, the moment he starts using abilities that can affect and kill transcendent beings, then Ganondorf will have no defenses and crumble to the ground. Ganondorf may have been a mighty demon with the true force of power on his side.
Actually, I'll see what's next in the next thing. Wise.
As near an approach to the holy evil will as is possible. Hail King the King. Long live the King. The winner is Sauron.
No, Sauron can go suck my dick. I'll never care for Sauron. That was a custom Ganon sprite? Wow. Okay, cool.
Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this season of Death Arena. Soon, the show will return, better than ever. Now here's a sneak peek.
Is this the one I think it is? Maybe? No, that isn't what I thought it was. But anyway, I'm going to call this video here and just say bye-bye.